Beautiful song. I want you, yeah. What is it? I mean, that's a it's kind of simple song about, wanting you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, what do I say about it? I mean, those are four songs from Blonde on Blonde. Beautiful album of his, as you can see, because he records all his albums very quickly.
Mm.
In one shot, like he does a session, with like a bunch of musicians, and if he doesn't like it, he does another session. That's what Bob Dylan is very famous for, actually.
Mm.
He has a feeling, and he writes like 10 or 20 songs. He sits with a bunch of musicians and he records a whole bunch of them in like a week or 3 days or 2 nights or one night.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of outtakes, which are songs that he doesn't like enough, but then they were released over the years, bootlegged, etc. But what it does do is make all his albums very cohesive. It's like each album is really a snapshot of a period.
That one recording session,
yeah,
right? That
and
couple
a vibe.
of days. Wow.
Maybe 2 recording sessions. So, like all those 4 songs do sound similar in the way you can hear the wild Mercury sound that he talks about. Moving on to another very beautiful album of his called John Wesley Harding, released the year after that, I think, in 1967. This album is very interesting because, in contrast to Blonde on Blonde, you can hear the difference in the 2 songs that I'm going to play. It still has lyrically the bold images and the wild, intoxicating, surreal wordplay as the first album, but it's much more concise, much more precise, much more pared down, and much more earthy. Like, that album is just flying everywhere, and this album, you'll see just by these 2 songs, it's more stripped down, and if you can use that word, simple. The first song I'm going to play is a song which I think all of you will know. It's called All Along the Watchtower. Now this is, as usual, a typical thing of Dylan, and you'll hear a lot of songs today which will show that everybody covers Dylan's songs. Everybody. It's amazing. I was doing some research, and like All Along the Watchtower, Knocking on Heaven's Door, Lay Lady Lay, all of which you'll be hearing today, have been covered by, I mean, you can't imagine how many people have covered it. Everybody has covered these songs, not only in their live gigs, but on albums. There's so many people who've made albums on Bob Dylan. Like All Along the Watchtower was the famous version. The version that I heard first was the Jimi Hendrix version.
Right.
Chung jung 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 jung. Amazing psychedelic, which even Bob Dylan says when he plays it live, he feels like he's doing a tribute to Hendrix.
Really?
Because he just took it and he made it his own.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, so has he heard a lot of the covers that people have done of his songs?
I think he hears a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He's quite with it, I think. But I don't know him personally. But U2 do a version of it also, and the Dave Matthews Band also. I think they played at almost all of their live gigs. All Along the Watchtower. It's one of their staple songs. It's one of my staple songs also. It's a beautiful song. Also, this album was he had a motorcycle accident a few months before this, and the public, he was in the public eye like insanely at this period, and he wanted to get away from it. So many people said he used his motorcycle accident as an excuse, and he didn't really have an accident. And he was a recluse at this point, hiding with his family. He had his wife and his kids at this point. And he was reading the Bible a bit, as you can see in these 2 songs. They have a lot of biblical allusions. So here we go. The first song, I think for most of you it's the first time you've heard it, the original version of All Along the Watchtower. A beautiful, beautiful, haunting version.